All right, good morning, Wasteland. Mr. G bringing you guys an update on some of the new goodies that we're supposedly going to be getting on February 11th, or so a little birdie told me. I've taken the garage episode, snipped it down to just the bits you guys need. We're going to talk about the new gun, the new wheels, the new parts, some new events, and all the goodies coming with the Neon Dragon Syndicate faction. Okay, negative camber wheels, a cabin that does extra damage while you drift. We got lots of teases. For once, the garage episode was actually kind of useful. Here we can see the new heavy cabin with lots of structural parts and mechanism wheels. Really curious how that cabin is going to play. So, you can see we've got 75 levels of Battle Pass. Should be familiar to anyone who did the Founders. But we're going to get a little bit of info on the latest new weapon. I'm really curious about the Kaiju. We get a little bit of info about some of the other weapons as well, but we're going to get some details on how this thing's going to function, because 11 energy is a lot of energy for a cannon. All right, we've got a lot of pretty cool parts, but let's get to first taking a look at these mechanism wheels. So the mechanism wheels we already talked about. They essentially can strafe from side to side as well as going forward and back. You got a little bit of inertia there, you can see. We got a beacon launcher. It's essentially a tracking beacon you can attach. And we've got a launchable drone, which has some sort of like laser guided targeting system. And we got a thermal energy lance that will pair really nice with shivs. So some really cool, potentially game-changing toys. Now, they have not teased the legendary mine layer. I think they want to stay away from that a bit until they get it tweaked right. And who knew that the Wasteland had public transit? Yeah, we've got a new urban PvP map that is Eastern themed, which is a nice addition. Although, Tarjum, if you're listening, we still want a snow map. We've been asking forever. Can we have a snow map? So while the Wasteland seemed to wreck everywhere else, well, Japan seems to have fared a lot better than anywhere else. They've also made it so you can see through trees. If you get stuck in a tree, you can still shoot at stuff. Okay, we don't care about that. The new gun, the Kaiju. This thing's an absolute beast. Thank you guys for telling me that it's a coil gun, similar concept to railgun. 4,400 PS. It's got a lot of durability and a lot of mass. High accuracy, high damage, high fire rate. The only stat a little bit low is the range. While range is going to be decent, this thing is going to have a charge effect where you're going to have to charge it, and then it's going to do kind of a rapid fire firing for 2 to 3 seconds. Now, as you charge it, the accuracy and the damage are both going to dial in and increase. But you're going to have a really, really long refresh time in between. And obviously, you can't do multiple versions of this because it has 11 energy. So you're going to have to build your whole build around this one cannon. And while the durability is pretty high, it's going to be a little bit tricky to armor this thing. Hopefully the hitboxes aren't too terrible. Here you can see the rate of fire is decent once you discharge it, but you're going to really have to get the timing right on this thing. And I got to say, weapons that require timing, I never do well with in this game. That being said, though, at least it releases a burst of particles so that hopefully if I miss the first, I can track and get my second shots in there as I go. Now here you can see the reticle dials in as you hold down, increasing the accuracy. You're also increasing the damage. And if all of your projectiles from the first volley hit, you get more damage in your next volley. Similar to the other energy weapons in the chain. Could be a really game-changing weapon, or it could be garbage. We really won't know until we get to try it out. In the footage, it looks cool, but it's definitely a finicky situational weapon that's going to take some serious player skill and practice to master, but at least you're not going to have to worry about projectile drop, and it looks like you got 2 to 3 seconds there, maybe more, maybe 4 seconds of energy projectiles with really solid range and accuracy. I'm very much looking forward to getting my hands on this one. I'm curious how the deployable aerial drone's going to work. The beacon, let's be honest, it's not that exciting. I know the one thing everybody's really salty about is this mine layer they've talked about, because Capcan's already a huge pain in everyone's backside. Making a legendary version that also does electrical damage, well, we're going to have to just wait and see. Let me know what you guys think about these new toys down below in the comments. And as always, like and subscribe for all things Crossout. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Be good. Did I already say stay safe? I think I did. I don't know. Am I still recording? It's been a long day. Maybe I just didn't want to leave you guys yet. Or maybe I just added a couple extra seconds at the end for YouTube. Who knows? Mr. G out.